now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. On second and 15 now. Wilson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Shamar Stephen able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Returnable for Sherrills. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 38. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards for Dalvin Cook. If the early part of the season is any indication, it might be a two-horse race between he and Christian McCaffrey for the rushing title in 2019. And the Vikings, they have not been shy about using him, and he's responded with a 100-yard game seemingly every week, including that Week 2 game against the Packers when he rushed for 154 yards. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Cousins from the gun on third, and he's able to find Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike 54.
Cousins now. It's complete to Diggs. 7 yards there and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
SOS. Hey, Charlie.
On first and 10, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
The drive starts with C.J. Prosise. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. 54. That's good. Get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Check 52.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. A 2nd down carry for Procise. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Here's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. The 30. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, 64 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
We got 4.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Wide, get smooth.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, it's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Get in the weight room. Hey, we're good, we're good. Mike 5-4. Hey, high 7.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Friday. One left. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. There. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike's 54.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Hey, Haywood. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yo.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Gun. 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 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, guys, listen. Get that ball. Mike.
Wilson to throw again. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Got it.
Don't get nervous.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Hey, 0.
Tight down. There you go. Hey, watch that. Check.
Left hash.
54.
I'm here all day.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
Check. Fresno. Go. Hey, let's go double count right here. Double count.
Henry. Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Bring it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime. 6-3 is our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Let's go.
Hey, Zoo. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 68 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they got the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Wilson turns and gives to Procise.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 55.
On 1st down, Wilson buying time to his left. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 15. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Procise. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
You must be dreaming.
From the 44, Wilson, he's going to float this. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. C.J. Procise, 44 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Here's a toss coming right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
54 is Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the pass. Mike's 5-4.
Gun.
Mike's 5-4. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Here we go. Bring the energy.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Mike 54. Switch.
Hey, Alpha.
54, Mike. And we got to get the
2nd down, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Defense. 54 is Mike. 54 is
Go.
54. Watch 54. Coming. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Hey, Steamer.
Check your hot read.
Hey, Echo.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Switch out. Tight go. Reload. Jump.
They start out with a run from Procise. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Again, they run. Again, it's Prosise. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Now Wilson on first down. It's caught. Lockett. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it. This is Prosise. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Gun. In your face.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings are going to win this football game. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here we go.
Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota